Man, who the fuck is that?
Hello? What is this?
Cross gear. Interesting.
Whoa! What the? Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Wait, what the what?
Crosscode is a top-down, fast-paced action RPG released in 2018 by the indie dev team Radical Fish. It's not too long ago that I heard about this game for the very first time. I had no idea what this was, but it seemed to be considered a hidden gem within the indie game community, and some even claimed that it was the best game they've ever played. Of course, all that talk made me curious, so I went ahead and gave it a shot. And now I can say with certainty that it was pretty fucking good. In Crosscode, you're playing a fictional MMORPG called Crossworlds that takes place on an actual planet far, far away from Earth. And instead of physically going there, players use advanced VR technology, the Cross Gear, which lets you experience the world through an avatar and makes it feel like you're actually there. We play as Leia, a girl who has mysteriously lost all her memories. And as if that wasn't bad enough, due to technical malfunctions, she can't even talk properly, so she's limited to only a few words. Very few words. Accompanied by the GOAT, Sergey, we go on a quest to the world of Crossworlds, aka the playground, in search of answers for Leia's condition and a way to restore her memories. I'm gonna be honest. At first I was pretty skeptical about the story. I was sort of afraid it was gonna be cringe. I mean, the whole,
"Whoa, we've been transported into a video game, and we're all gamers, so we can do and say the most cringy ass shit and think we're cool"
thing has been done quite a lot, and it's pretty rare that it turns out as a good story. But Crosscode absolutely went beyond any expectations of mine with its narrative, world, and especially writing. It's phenomenal. Surprisingly, the story doesn't get hung up on the whole "it's a video game" aspect a lot. The game makes sure to immerse you to an extent where you forget that a lot of it is just part of the MMO. But even so, there's real stakes at play. Despite its rather cheery and colorful art and atmosphere, the story does get pretty dark and serious. And if you're thinking that Leia would be lame as a protagonist because of her limited vocabulary, oh my, how wrong you'd be. The amount of emotion Leia is able to express just with some clever dialogue and body language is insane, and it's really endearing to see her connect and befriend other players, despite her hardships. I really grew attached to her, which made progressing through a story very painful. I won't spoil you, but this pixel sprite will make you cry. I promise. And all of the other players that Leia meets on her journey are also just delightful. Radical Fish really made some awesome characters that made me wish my journey with them would never end. Heck, they even made a likable French person. They truly did the impossible. What initially even piqued my interest in this game is how goated the combat seemed. And goated it is, I'll tell ya. Leia's main moveset consists of slashing, dashing, balls, and a shield. All of her base abilities and stats can get upgraded via the skill tree. You unlock more and more abilities as you progress through the story, complete the dungeons, and gain the 4 different elements. And in total, you can unlock a whole 52 unique combat arts. The combat is fast-paced yet very intuitive. The constant switching between close-range melee combat or keeping your distance using Leia's balls keeps you on your toes. It starts off rather simple, but as you go on, the game's difficulty dramatically increases, and with there being a wide variety of equipment and armor to choose from, with various stat increases and effects, you'll have to carefully adjust your build to kick some ass. In combat, you'll have to make sure to learn the enemy's attack patterns and figure out the elemental weaknesses to break them, which basically stuns them. This is especially important with the masterfully designed boss fights. Some bosses will even require you to solve puzzles to hit their weak spot, all while weaving and dodging incoming attacks. Man, after some of these fights, my heart rate must have been over 9,000. I honestly think every Zelda game could take notes from Crosscode when it comes to puzzles and dungeons, because wow! Puzzles are an integral part of not only the dungeons, but also the general exploration of Crossworld. I don't know how, but they struck the perfect balance between them being challenging, but not so hard that I get frustrated. Well, most of them. Because the only type of puzzle that really pissed me off were the platforming puzzles. I don't know if this is maybe a me thing, but I had some issues with the depth perception in this game, especially when platforming. But you know, falling down in the water sometimes, I don't mind that much. But what really annoyed me was when there was an elevation in the area, but I had no fucking clue where and how to get up there. So at times, I would literally spend over 15 to 20 minutes just trying to figure out how to get up to some damn chest. And with most of the other puzzles, you'd feel super satisfied and smart when solving them. But with platforming, I just felt like a fucking idiot trying to get up a tiny ledge, and I'd give up most of the time. Especially in fucking stupid Sapphire Ridge. How the fuck do I get up this bamboo? I only collected like 2 chests in this entire area. What is going on? And don't you dare tell me it's a skill issue. Okay? Just... okay. I don't think I have to say much here. The pixel art is top notch for the environments, characters, and everything else. The character designs are also super creative, and the whole setting of the game being a virtual world with virtual avatars gave them a lot of playroom with the designs. And the enemy designs are also super unique and cool. And the soundtrack! Oh, the soundtrack! It's full of bops and bangers. I listen to the OST a lot, and I use it in a ton of my videos. It is just legendary. If you haven't heard of Crosscode, you probably haven't heard of Radical Fish either, since this is their first and only published title right now. They're a small, mostly German dev team, like really small. They only consist of about 15 people, which is unbelievable. And just recently, they revealed their upcoming second game, Alabaster Dawn, formerly known as Project Terra. It looks incredibly promising, and they plan on putting out a demo for it early 2025, so I'm really looking forward to that. If you want to see more of it, they do dev streams every now and then on YouTube, so links to that are in the description. Crosscode really is an incredible game, and I strongly urge you to give it a shot if you haven't. And truth be told, I haven't even completed the DLC, which follows the events after the ending of the main story, nor have I done any New Game Plus runs, and I'm already at more than 50 hours, so it's safe to say this game is worth its money. That's all from me for today. I'll be logging off now. See ya!